If you're new around here, hi, my name is Alvin. I am a full-time content creator. And for the past year, I've been working for my dream company. This is my first ever full-time job, and I'm really lucky because it checks all the boxes for me. I get to make videos all day. I still kind of make use of my expensive degrees. I've traveled to some freaking incredible places. It's exceeded all expectations. And yet I still constantly battle with anxiety about my future and sometimes wonder whether taking the traditional path might have been better. Is this normal? Is this just what a career is supposed to be like? I don't know, still figuring that out. But here's what I've learned from working my dream job for a year. Just a few days ago, I got back from Copenhagen for a work trip, and I actually had this whole other video written, which was going to be about buying this magnet and talking about the importance of travel, and things did not go to plan.
Welcome to Copenhagen Airport with the local time. It's 1:35 p.m.
Okay, so woke up this morning not feeling too great. But what's interesting is this trip actually really encapsulated a lot of what I learned over the last year. Becoming a content creator has kind of always been on my mind as an unrealistic dream job. On our screens, these creators always seem to be able to connect with people and express their creativity and do whatever they wanted, which sounded pretty cool. And so for me, that was always just something I kind of was hoping I'd be able to do one day. While it obviously wasn't the same type of independent content creator job that's out there, I think being tied to a company was really cool because of, well, me being a fan of what this company has done over the last 5-6 years where I've been watching. The opportunities were there to do some of the most exciting things in the industry that I had been studying in and being part of for the last 6 years. I was in the right place at the right time. The stars aligned. And when I got the job offer about a year ago, I really thought it was my time. I guess the first hurdle for me, not having been in a job before, was to prove myself and gain the trust of people, to prove that I belonged in that environment. And even though there were plenty of hiccups, I think the circumstances, a bit of luck, hard work, and just the right attitude in general really helped me gain the trust of the people I worked with. Pretty soon the opportunities started to come, and I can't explain how exciting that was for me. The first shoot, the first trip, the first international trip, that was all so exciting. I can remember it really vividly. And I think all of that excitement distracted me from how tiring it was physically and mentally. But in Copenhagen, that was not the case. The day I flew off, I'd actually just come back from a work trip to Melbourne, and so, yeah, I noticed. And the thing is, doing what you love will not protect you from it. Not even close. So if you're not really good at doing it yourself, just like I am, the next best thing is probably surrounding yourself with people that will help. And thankfully at work, I'm surrounded by great people. I have a really great support system, mentor figures, and the best manager ever. Without them having my back, I don't know how I'd keep going. So the original video was actually about romanticizing the perfect work trip and all the cool things I'd see without even mentioning the nitty-gritty or any of the hard parts of the job. And that ironically ended up being most of what I filmed for the first 6 days that I was there. Work days were tough and they were long. And by the end of it, I didn't really have the energy to do much more than get dinner. Day after day, it just got harder and harder, which I didn't really anticipate happening. I used to have this belief that doing what you love meant that you would constantly be happy, but at the end of the day, work is still work. I actually forgot about this until the trip, but a few months ago, I was lucky enough to meet one of my sporting heroes, someone who's achieved everything in the sport, Juan, and asked him a really important question that was on my mind at the time.
What keeps you going? As someone, I'm entering my late 20s now, and I feel like it's kind of scary.
You're still young, don't worry.
It's kind of scary, and I don't know, just what's some advice you'd want to give to someone?
Actually, this is a question that I make to myself often, why I keep playing, and the answer for me is that I wake up every day with passion for going to training and seeing my teammates and enjoying football still. I wake up with desire to keep improving also, and
Yeah.
you know, I have a blessed life and playing
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
That's what I do for a living, and I love it too. So I'm really lucky, and I love my life the way it is with football, and that's why I keep going, because I still wake up with energy to train every day. I think you just need to stay patient and just also keep looking for what you like in life, what things make you happy, and hopefully you can make that your daily routine, which is a blessing.
And I think that's the part that I never really understood before. Mata, he didn't just win trophies by loving football. There was still a lot of hard work that had to go into it. Rejection, losses, missed penalties. Probably my biggest mistake coming into all of this was just over romanticizing the idea of what work even is and doing what you love and passion. You know, I've definitely found what I love to do. Looking back now at the end of the trip, considering I wasn't feeling well, considering how tight the schedule was, considering all the different circumstances that made this trip hard, I actually think it makes me more proud to have been part of it, because we persevered, we made it through, and we did what we were there for. I think we smashed it, and that kind of helps me feel like I earned my place on that trip. Maybe it's not supposed to be about constantly being happy, but alignment between your values, the work you do, and how you show up every day. This trip really reminded me that love for your work doesn't always look like excitement. Sometimes it's just about caring enough to want to do it well. And I think that's a real blessing. It's definitely something that I should have more gratitude for on a daily basis. And there's plenty of things I learned from the trip as well, which is great. And I think being able to constantly learn in this environment of work, even though it gets hard, and I don't think I'd be as satisfied with my job if I wasn't constantly learning. I definitely feel like I've grown a lot since starting this job. The day it gets easy, I don't think I'd enjoy it as much anymore. So yeah. I used to think that these magnets were just souvenirs, but now I kind of want to see them as little trophies that I've earned. I'm still learning how to pace myself, but I think I'm starting to figure out what matters most. Loving what you do doesn't mean it'll always feel good. It means you're willing to keep showing up even if it doesn't.